works of William Shakespeare. Abridged. Before we get started this evening, just a few brief announcements. The use of flash photography and the recording of tonight's performance by any means, audio or video, is strictly prohibited. If you have a cell phone, please take a moment to turn it off. And if you have a pager, you really need to get yourself a cell phone. For your convenience, toilets are located in the bathrooms. And please take a moment to locate the emergency exit closest to you, recognizing that it may be behind you. If the theater should experience a sudden loss of pressure, oxygen masks will drop automatically. Simply place the mask over your mouth and nose and continue to breathe normally. If you are at the theater this evening with a small child, or somebody who behaves like a small child, please put your own mask on first and let the little bugger fend for himself. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Eli Purchase, and it gives me great pleasure to announce that we are about to attempt a feat that is unprecedented in the history of civilization. That is, to capture in a single theatrical performance the magic, the genius, the towering grandeur that is the complete works of William Shakespeare. Now, we only have about 90 minutes, and this book weighs roughly 6 pounds. So that means we have to get through 8 ounces every 7 seconds. That's like 2 six-packs a minute. So we'd better start drinking. And no one knows more about Shakespeare and alcohol than the man I am about to introduce to you. He is one of the world's preeminent Shakespearean scholars. He has a certificate of completion from preeminentshakespeareanscholar.com. He is the perfect person to provide the complete works of William Shakespeare with a much-needed preface. Please welcome me in joining Mr. Scott Williams.
Shakespeare, playwright, poet, actor, Stratford's proudest flower, transplanted from the heart of the English countryside to bask in the warmth of London's literary greenhouse. A man who, despite the ravages of male-patterned baldness, managed to plant the potent seed of his poetic genius in the fertile womb of Elizabeth's England. There it took root and spread throughout the lymphatic system of Western civilization, where it became the oozing carbuncle of knowledge and understanding that even today grows at the very tip of our collective consciousness. And yet, how much do we intellectually flaccid members of the 21st century truly appreciate the plump fruit of Shakespeare's productive loins?
How much?
Well, let's find out, shall we? Now, Martin, can I get the house lights, please? Oh, you are lovely. Can I see, by a show of hands, please, how many of you have ever seen or read anything by William Shakespeare at all? Any exposure? Oh, crap. We're screwed.
What?
I think they know more than we do.
But you're an eminent Shakespearean scholar.
No, I'm preeminent.
A. B. Preeminent.
How many of you have ever seen All's Well That Ends Well? All's Well That Ends Well, hands please? Okay, they were good. Okay, let's see if there are any super eminent Shakespearean scholars out here this evening. How many of you have ever seen or read Henry VI? Oh, yes, seen it or read it?
Online.
Okay. Anyone else? Pulls out the liar in all of us. Seen it or read it, sir?
I downloaded it.
Huh. would you mind telling us what it's about, please?
Sure. It's about a one-legged yak merchant named Gary who goes on a series of adventures with a milkmaid and a talking emu, and in the end they all learn a valuable lesson about friendship.
No. No, that is not what it's about at all. You see, King Henry VI is about a king named Henry the Sixth. Would you stand up, please? Ladies and gentlemen, ecce homo.
Hey!
Judging by your lack of fluency in Latin, may I assume that you have not matriculated?
Well, not today.
Look at this man, ladies and gentlemen, abandoned by our educational system, awash in a sea of sexual ambiguity, hopped up on empty kilobytes of virtual Viagra. And now, look at the person sitting next to you. Go ahead, look at them. Do you see that same vapid expression? The same pores clogged with the acne of intellectual immaturity? Or do you perhaps see, keep looking, do you see there a longing, a desperate plea for literary salvation?
Can I sit down?
No! You stand there before us as a symbol of a society whose ability to comprehend, much less attain the genius of a William Shakespeare, has been systematically sodomized by soap operas, reamed by reality television, and violently violated by the women of The View. Ladies and gentlemen, I say to you, cast off the cheap thrill of the car chase for the splendor of the sonnet. Exchange the isolation of the iPod for the gentle idles of iambic pentameter. Imagine a world where manly men wear pink tights with pride.
Hallelujah!
A brave new world where this book will be found in every hotel room on the planet. I have a dream, and it starts here tonight. Join us in this, our holy quest, our Shakespearean revival. Can I get an amen? Amen! Hallelujah! Thank you, Jesus! Oh. And now, on with the show, and may the bard be with you.
Anyone who owns a copy of this book knows that no collection is complete without a brief biography of William Shakespeare. Here to provide this portion of tonight's performance is the third member of our troupe. Please welcome to the stage, Mr. Jeremy Finley.
Hi. I was just Googling Shakespeare and I found some fascinating stuff. William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare was born in 1564 in the town of Stratford-upon-Avon, Warwickshire. The third of 8 children, he was the eldest son of John Shakespeare, a locally prominent merchant, and Mary Arden, daughter of a Roman Catholic member of the In 1582, he married a farmer's daughter named Anne Hathaway.
Different Anne Hathaway.
Oh, that's a shame. Princess Diaries is like my favorite movie. Shakespeare arrived in London in 1588. There, he dictated to his secretary, Rudolf Hess, the work Mein Kampf, in which he set forth a program for the restoration of Germany to a dominant position in Europe. After reoccupying the Rhineland zone between France and Germany, and annexing Austria, the Sudetenland, and the remainder of Czechoslovakia, Shakespeare invaded Poland on September 1st, thus precipitating World War II. I never knew that. Shakespeare remained in Berlin when the Russians entered the city and committed suicide with his mistress, Eva Peroni, who lied buried in a church at Stratford. So his head is frozen in a holding tank in Glendale, California. Thank you.
Without further ado, we are proud to present The complete works of William Shakespeare. Abridged. All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man, in his time, plays many parts. But how many parts exactly must one man play? According to my computations, there are 1,122 roles in Shakespeare's works. Way too many. Take, for instance, his most popular play, Romeo and Juliet. Two passionate lovers, a meddling nurse, a sympathetic priest, vital to the story. But Mercutio, Lady Capulet, unsightly fat on Shakespeare's otherwise muscular body of works. Let us begin our shrinkage of Shakespeare's canon by rendering the gristle and the blubber of his greatest romantic tragedy down to the tender, moist, underaged flesh that is Romeo and Juliet. Prologue.
Two households, both alike in dignity, in fair Verona, where we lay our scene, from ancient grudge break to new mutiny, where civil blood makes civil hands unclean. From forth the fatal loins of these two foes, a pair of star-crossed lovers take their life, whose misadventure, piteous o'erthrows, do with their death bury their parents' strife.
Thank you.
Act 1, Scene 1. Behold, two men in search of imbroglio. For the Capulet, Samson. For the Montague, Benvolio. Verona's fragile peace shall be undone, and tragedy begin with the biting of a thumb.
I love to ride Sunday rides, and I hate him, I swear I'm gonna kill him. His dog, family. Do you bite your thumb at me, sir?
No, sir, I do but bite my thumb.
Do you bite your thumb at me, sir?
No, sir, I do not bite my thumb at you, sir, but I do bite my thumb. Do you quarrel, sir?
Quarrel, sir? No, sir.
Well, if you do, sir, I am for you. I serve as good a man as you.
No better.
Yes, better.
You lie!
Down with the Montague!
Up yours, Capulet!
Rebellious
Old Prince!
enemies to the peace! On pain of torture, throw your mistempered weapons to the ground and hear the sentence of your moved prince.
What a buzzkill, eh?
You, Capulet, shall go along with me. Benvolio, come you this afternoon to know our farther pleasure in this case.
Brown noser! Where is Romeo? Saw you him this day? Glad I am he was not at this fray. But see, he comes. Please, you, step aside. I'll know his grievance will be much denied. Good morrow, cuz.
Is the day so young?
What new struck 9?
By me, sad hours seem long.
Sadness lengthens round hours.
Not having that which having makes them short.
In love?
Out.
Out of love?
Out of her favor where I am in love.
Alas, that love so gentle in his view should be so rough and tyrannous in proof.
Alas, that love, whose view is muffled still, should without eyes see pathways to his will.
Go ye to the feast of Capulets, where sups the fair Rosalind, whom thou so lovest, with all the admired beauties of Verona. Go thither, and compare her face with some that I shall show, and I shall make thee think thy swan a crow.
None fairer than my love.
There's free beer.
Yeah, it's good.
Highway to the feast of Capulet, where Romeo shall meet his Juliet, and wherein a scene of timeless romance, he'll try to get into Juliet's pants.
Oh, she doth teach the torches to burn bright. Did my heart love until now, forswear its sight, for I ne'er saw true beauty till this night. If I profane with my unworthiest hand this holy shrine, the gentle fine is this, my lips, two blushing pilgrims ready stand to smooth that rough touch with a tender kiss. Mwah.
You do wrong your hands too much, which mannerly devotion shows in this. For saints have hands, that pilgrims' hands do touch, and palm to palm is holy palm's kiss.
Have not saints lips and holy palmers too?
Aye, pilgrim, lips that they must use in prayer.
Oh then, dear saint, let lips do what hands do. Mwah, mwah.
But saints do not move, though grant for prayer's sake.
Then move not, while my prayer's effect I take.
Then from my lips the sin that they have took.
Sin from my lips, O trespass, sweetly urge, give thee my sin again.
Dude,
What?
I don't want to kiss you, man.
It's in the script!
You kissed by the book. Oh, what's that? Coming, mother?
Is she a Capulet? I am so I fear. For war is my unrest. What are you doing?
The balcony scene.
Oh. But soft! What light your yonder window brings?
Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name, or, if thou wilt not, be but sworn, my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet. What's in a name, anyway? That which we call a nose by any other name would still spell. Oh, Romeo, Romeo, doff thy name, and for thy name, which is no part of thee, take all myself.
I take thee at thy word. Call me but love, and I'll be new baptized. Henceforth I shall never be called Romeo.
What did you just say?
Call me but love, and I'll be new baptized.
Call you butt love?
No, I said call me but love.
Okay, you're butt love. Butt love. I like big butts and I cannot lie. I wouldn't go along with the beer racing around like in no face. You get
What man art thou? Art thou not Romeo and a Montague?
Neither, fair maid, is either thee dislike.
Dost thou love me then? I know thou wilt say aye, and I'll take thy word. And yet, if thou swearest, thou mayest prove false. Oh, Romeo, if you do love, pronounce it faithfully.
Lady, by yonder blessed moon I swear.
not by the moon.
Well, what should I swear by then?
Her.
Lady, by yonder blessed virgin I swear. Probably not.
this contract. It is too rash, too sudden, too unadvised, too like the lightning which doth cease to be ere one can say it lightens. Sweet, good night. Sweet, good night. Sweet, good night, yo, butler, over here.
Oh, wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction canst thou have tonight?
Basis for second date, sweetie.
Good night, good night. Parting is such sweet sorrow. Bye, love.
Lo Romeo did swoon with love, by Cupid he'd been crippled.
But Juliet had a loathsome coz, whose loathsome name was Tybalt.
Romeo! The love I bear for thee can afford no better term than this. Thou art a villain! Therefore turn and draw!
Tybalt, I do protest, I never injured thee, but love thee better than thou canst devise.
Thou wretched boy! I am for you!
Moving right along, from Tybalt's death onwards, the lovers are cursed. Despite the best efforts of friar and nurse, their fate pursues them, they can't seem to duck it. And at the end of Act 5, they both kick the bucket.
Gallop apace, you fine-footed steed, and bring in cloudy night immediately. Come, civil night, come, Romeo, thou day and night. Come, gentle night, come, loving black-browed night. Oh, night, come, and bring me my Romeo. What news?
Oh, alack the day, he's dead, he's gone, he's killed!
Could heaven be so envious?
Oh, Romeo, who would have thought it, Romeo?
Devil art thou to torment me thus? Hath Romeo slain himself?
I saw the wound, I saw it right here in his manly breast.
Oh, is Romeo slaughtered and is Tybalt dead?
No, Tybalt is slain and Romeo is banished. Romeo that killed Tybalt, he is banished.
Was it Romeo's hand that shed Tybalt's blood?
It did, alack the day, it did.
Oh, nurse!
Menopause.
Romeo's vanishing and Tybalt is slain. I've got that not so fresh feeling.
Take thou this vial, and this distilled liquor drink thou off, and presently through thy veins shall run a cold and drowsy humor.
Oh, I feel a cold and drowsy humor running through my veins. Yoda. Oh, pretty colors. Uh-oh. Okay, I feel better.
Oh, my love, my wife, death that has sunk the honey of thy breath hath no power yet upon thy beauty. Oh, Juliet, why art thou yet so fair?
Oh, just lucky, I guess.
Here's to my love. Oh, true apothecary, thy drugs are quick. Thus, with a kiss, I die. Thus, with a kiss, I die. Get over it.
Good morning.
enclosed in my true love's hand? The poison I see hath been his time's end. Oh, churl, drunk all, and left no friendly drop to help me after. Then I'll be brief. Oh, happy dagger, this is thy sheath!
That's Romeo for you.
There, cross, and let me.
'A blooming peace this morning with it brings. The sun, for sorrow, will not show its head. Go forth and have more talk of these sad things. Some shall be pardoned, and some punished. For never was there a story of more woe than this of Juliet and her Romeo. 12 minutes. Let's see, at that rate, 12 times 37 is 24, 7 hours, and oh crap. We spent way too much time on Romeo and Juliet. It is a classic though, unlike our next play, which Shakespeare wrote as a 24-year-old starving artist. Desperate for a hit, but too poor to know where his next banger was coming from. No surprise that an obsession with food dominates his first tragedy, the primitive revenge drama, Titus Andronicus, which we present as a cooking show.
Hello, all right? Yeah, how are you, everybody? Good evening. My name is Titus Andronicus, and this is the Gory Gourmet. Now, when you've had a lousy day, your left hand chopped off, your son's murdered, your daughter raped, her tongue cut out and both her hands chopped off, well, the last thing you want to do is cook, am I right? Yeah. Unless, of course, you cook the rapist and serve him to his mother at a dinner party. My daughter Lavinia and I will show you how. Good evening, Lavinia.
Good evening, Daddy.
And how are we feeling today?
Not so good, Daddy. I have my tongue chopped off, my hand cut off, and he raped me. How do you think I feel?
Well, it's a pisser, innit? But we'll get our revenge, won't we? Yeah. Hark, you villain. I will grind your bones to dust, and of your blood and it, I'll make a paste. And of that paste, a coffin I will rear, and make a pasty of your shameful head. Come, Lavinia, receive the blood. Now, what we want to do is make a nice, clean incision from the carotid artery to the jugular vein. Like so. You want to use a very large bowl for this because the human body contains about 4 quarts of blood. And when he is dead, which should be right about... Come, let me grind his bones to powder small, and with this hateful liquor temper it, and in it that paste, let his vile head be baked at about 350 degrees. And 40 minutes later, you have this lovely human head pie, which I prepared earlier. I even chopped up some lady fingers for dessert. Now, who will be the first to try this delicious, high-protein treat? Hey? Oh, welcome, gracious lord. Welcome, dread queen. Will please you eat? Will please you feed? It's finger-licking good. Well, that's about all the time we have for this evening. Be sure to tune in tomorrow when Timon of Athens gives us a meaty new take on the Greek salad. Say good night, Lavinia. Good night, Lavinia. Yeah, that's close enough. Good night, everybody.
Shakespeare, who is now swimming in sausages, to broaden his artistic horizons. Compare the immaturity of Titus Andronicus to the complex subtleties of the human condition found in his primitive, dark, and brooding tragedy, Othello, the Moor of Venice.
Speak of me as I am. Let nothing extenuate of one who loved not wisely, but too well. For never was there a story of more woe than this of Othello and his Desdemona. Oh, Desi!
Marvin, could we get some lights, please?
I am so sorry, ladies and gentlemen. It appears that Finley, secure in the infallibility of the internet, has Googled the word more and determined it's a place where you tie up boats.
I didn't Google it. A wiki did.
Lose the boats. God, Finn is so ignorant.
Yeah, he's special.
So, what is a Moor?
Well, interestingly enough, this is the subject of a blazing scholarly debate. For the Elizabethans, Moor could refer either specifically to the Berbers of North Africa or more generally to anyone of sub-Saharan African descent.
So he's black.
No, he's African-Canadian.
I thought the play took place in Italy.
Okay, so he's African-Italian.
Could we do it in blackface?
Oh, are you trying to piss off Oprah? No! Today's entertainment culture demands ethnically appropriate, sensitive casting. Now, if Othello is African-Italian, we can't do it without a genuine Koran-spouting, spaghetti-loving homie.
Hey, guys, listen, just because we're white doesn't mean we can't represent the Afro-Italian condition, yo. I've got an idea. It's kind of old school. It's totally boatless. We need to get a beat going. Scott, give me a beat. Sure. Okay.
Bring on.
There's a story of a brother by the name of Othello. He liked white women and he liked women shallow.
Oh, yeah. And a punk named Iago who made himself a menace because he didn't like Othello, the Moor of Venice.
And Othello got married to Desdemona.
But he took off for the wars and he left her alone.
Desdemona.
He left her alone.
He didn't write a letter and he didn't telephone her. Now, Othello loved Jesse like Adonis loved Venus.
And Jesse loved Othello because he had a big sword.
Iago had a plan. It was clever and slick. He was crafty.
He was sly.
He was kind of a dick.
He said, go to Shatham.
How you gonna do it? Tell us.
I know he's trying to close. That's too damn jealous. Neither do I need a dope. I need a kind of a schmo.
So we found a chump sucker by the name of Cassio.
And he planted on him Desdemona's handkerchief.
Fellow gets to wondering, just maybe if, well, he been out fighting, commanding an army.
But Desi and Cass playing hide the salami.
Salami. So he came back home and he smothered the beyond.
And he thought he got off without a hiat.
There's Amelia at the door.
Who we met in Act 4.
Who say, yo, homie, she wasn't no hoe. She was
Pure, clean,
she was
virginal too. So why'd you have to go and make her face turn blue?
It's true.
It's you
Now what you gonna do? And the fellow said,
Damn, this is getting pretty scary.
So he pulled out his blade and committed harry-carry.
do that funky more thing, white boy.
Moved to Hollywood.
And got his own TV.
Show, that is.
Prime time.
HBO.
Desperate houseboats.
Africa.
Hey guys, why don't we move away from all these heavy tragedies and do some of the comedies?
Yeah, comedies. Now, the comedies of Shakespeare were greatly influenced by the Roman plays of Plautus and Terence, Ovid's hilarious Metamorphoses, and the rich comedic tradition of Commedia dell'arte. Now, Shakespeare's a genius at borrowing and adapting different plot devices from these varied theatrical traditions.
Scott,
Yeah.
isn't that usually called plagiarism?
No, Shakespeare didn't plagiarize. he distilled.
Whatever, he's a big cheater.
Hey, it takes a real genius to melt 5 different ideas into 16 various plays.
Well, okay, but I can never tell them apart. Like, what's that one with the identical twins, the shipwreck, and the big wedding at the end?
All of them.
See, that sucks.
Well, obviously Shakespeare should have written 1 exemplary play instead of 16 sort of sucky ones. Which is why I have taken the liberty of condensing Shakespeare's comedic diarrhea into a single, solid, well-formed lump of hilarity, which I have titled The Comedy of 2 Well-Measured Gentlemen, Lost in the Merry Wives of Venice on a Midsummer's 12th Night in Winter, or...
Cymbeline taming Pericles the Merchant in the Tempest of Love, As Much as You Like It for Nothing, or...
4 Weddings and a Transvestite. Act 1. A Bohemian duke swears an oath of celibacy, turns the rule of the city over to his tyrannical brother, and sets sail for the golden age of Greece. While rounding the heel of Italy, the duke's ship is caught in a terrible tempest that casts him upon a desert island, along with his sweet, innocent, and clueless young daughter.
Oh, Father, I am so lonely and pubescent on this island. Frisky, rah!
Oh, precious daughter, beware symbols of colonial oppression, lurking in caves, waiting for virgin.
Oh, okay. Bye-bye.
Meanwhile, the duke's long-lost son, a handsome, dashing, clueless young merchant, is also shipwrecked, coincidentally on the very same island.
However shall I survive in this strange and foreign land without funds? I know, I must needs find me an old Jew. Oh look, here comes a convenient Judeo-Italian stereotype now.
What's the matter, you, huh? Need a payday loan, Bubby?
The wicked Jew tricks the merchant into putting down his brains as collateral on the loan.
Such a deal.
Act 2. Fearing ravishment, the clueless young princess disguises herself as a boy and becomes a page to a handsome, dashing, clueless young soldier.
You there, boy.
Yes?
Yes?
You shall woo the lady by Olivia for me, for she is shrewish, and I am sick with love.
I too feel flimmy down there, for though I dare not speak it aloud, I do love you. A boy.
I swingeth not that way, boy. Deliver this letter to by Olivia. Go hence.
Whence?
Hie thee hither from hence to thence.
Act 3. The beautiful, virginal, and clueless young princess arrives in Mandrag to woo the lady Violivia.
It is I, the bitchy shrew Violivia. Come hither.
Whither?
Hither from thither. If you come in, I'll show you my zither.
Act 4. On the 12th night of midsummer, a puckish sprite leads all the lovers deep into a forest and squeezes the aphrodisiac juice of a hermaphroditic flower into their eyes, while the queen of the fairies seduces a rude mechanical who has the head of an ass.
But I have the ass of a man, and I'm hung like a donkey.
Act 5. In the ensuing bisexual animalistic orgy, the princess's man clothes get ripped off, revealing a smoking bod and female genitalia. The merchant recognizes his sister.
My nearly identical twin.
My long lost and strangely attractive brother.
The shrew realizes she's bi-curious.
Oh, brave new world.
The dashing young soldier decides he actually prefers bottom.
And thereby hangs a sweet tale.
The Jew exits, pursued by a bear.
Oi! A bear!
And they all get married in the state of Massachusetts and go out for dinner. Now, give us your hands for all the well.
I have no idea you're such a perv. 16 plays in 5 minutes. Not bad, but if we're going to get out of here before midnight, we have to get back to the tragedies.
Yeah, tragedies.
Ham?
Interestingly enough, we discovered that Shakespeare's comedies aren't nearly as hilarious as his tragedies.
That is so true. But you know what is funny? The Scottish play.
Oh yeah, good old man.
Don't say it.
Why not?
It's cursed. It's bad luck to say the name of that play in a theater unless you're performing in it. That's why we refer to it as
The Scottish play.
Okay, but we are performing it, and there's nothing even remotely Scottish about it.
Oh, it's all in the performance, Finn. You have to do it so you can see the heather rippling across the highlands, feel the cool summer air wafting up your kilt, and smell the vomit in the alley outside the pub.
Yeah! Kilts! Whiskey!
Vomit!
Ladies and gentlemen, we are proud to present our authentically Scottish version of Macbeth.
Speak, you're telling me more.
Macbeth! Macbeth! Beware, Macduff! No man of woman born shall harm Macbeth. And burn the wood come to dancing age, don't you know?
Oh, that's dead great. Then McWhat, McI, McNeed, McPhail, McDuff.
See you, Jimmy, and know that Macduff was from his mother's womb, untimely wrecked. What do you think about that?
Oh, I don't like it, but I support a woman's right to choose. Lay on, haggis bread.
You killed me, wife. You murdered me, wee bairns. And you took a poop in my soup.
No! Oh, no, I didn't.
Ah, you did. I had to throw half of it away. Behold, where lies the usurper's head. Macbeth, your arse is out the window. And know that never was there a story of more blood and death than this old Mr. and Mrs. Macbeth. Thank you.
Meanwhile, in ancient Rome, Julius Caesar was a much beloved tyrant. All hail, Julius Caesar!
Hail, citizen!
Who was warned by a soothsayer.
Beware the Ides of March.
The great Caesar, however, chose to ignore the warning.
What the hell are the Ides of March? The 15th of March. Why, that's today.
Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I come to bury Caesar. So bury him. Let's get on with my play. Antony
And Cleopatra. Is this an act I see before me? Come, venomous wretch.
Ben! What? What are you doing? What? You've got this bizarre notion that all of Shakespeare's tragic heroines wear really ugly wigs and vomit on people before they die.
It's an interpretation.
Barfing is not an interpretation.
They were into it.
Finn, Antony and Cleopatra has nothing to do with gastrointestinal distress. It's about, it's a thrilling, trans-global play about political maneuverings across the Mediterranean.
Oh, it's one of his trans-global plays. I love those. Well, what was that one that totally predicted the Cold War and the threat of thermonuclear annihilation?
What?
Yeah, it was called Chernobyl Kinsman.
Finn, William Shakespeare wrote a play called Two Noble Kinsmen.
Yeah, not Chernobyl kinsmen. Two noble kinsmen.
No, it was totally Chernobyl Kinsman because the two kinsmen were Ronald Reagan and Mikhail Gorbachev.
No, the two kinsmen are two cousins who fall in love with the same woman.
Yeah, Margaret Thatcher. Screw you guys, I've never even heard of that play.
Actually, he has a point. The reason that he hasn't heard of it is because Two Noble Kinsmen falls into the category of Shakespeare's plays which are neither comedy nor tragedy nor history, and which some scholars refer to as the problem plays, or in some circles the obscure plays, or sometimes the lesser plays, or just, simply the bad plays. But not all of Shakespeare's bad plays are completely without merit. Take, for example, Troilus and Cressida, which I write about in my unpublished paper on Shakespeare that I have titled, I Love My Willie. Well, you guys would love it. It is big, it's long, it's uncut, and I have been hammering away at it for years. In fact, I'm going to whip it out for you right now.
I really don't want to see your paper.
What else do you have in there, Scott?
Clams.
Oh, so that's weird.
Wait a second. Maybe we can do an interpretive dance, performance art version of your thingy.
Yeah, I love performance art. It's so, pretentious.
Yeah, get some props.
All right.
Guys, I was thinking of like a more straightforward, scholarly approach.
No, screw that.
You read, we'll interpret.
Okay. Troilus and Cressida. Troilus and Cressida was written in 1603, published in Quarto in 1604, and appears in the first folio. Although this version is some 166 lines longer than the second Quarto edition of 1645, which is some... Ladies and gentlemen, my paper has nothing to do with frickin' Godzilla! Get off the stage.
Does it have anything to do with the plot
The plot?
of the play?
Yeah, I do write about the plot. Of course I write about the plot. It's right here. It's on page 29 on... Oh yeah, it's in the footnote. Okay, so, Troilus, youngest son of Priam, king of Troy.
Okay, you be Troilus and you be the king.
Okay, loves Cressida. So...
I'll go get the wig.
And has arranged with her uncle Pandarus for a meeting. Although she feigns indifference, she is attracted
I have
to...
to feign indifference?
Yeah. Meanwhile, Agamemnon, the Greek commander...
Agamemnon. Boring.
Scott, the reason kids hate to study this stuff is because it's so boring.
Yeah, like, as soon as you said Agamemnon, I was asleep. Look, I'm sorry, I promised these people I would not give them dry, boring, vomitless Shakespeare.
Finn, you don't even know these people!
That's not true. We bonded while I was sitting up there. That's Lillian, and she was almost late tonight because she forgot the number for City Cab and called the police by mistake. That's Jennifer, and she's like totally the most level-headed woman I've ever met. And there's little Timmy, and he thought he was coming to see Wicked, and he was feeling a little ripped off. Frankly, I don't blame him.
Hey, we worked hard on this.
No.
What's your point, Finn?
My point is, I don't want to see these people turned off of Shakespeare. That's what happened to me. When we were in school and we were supposed to be studying Shakespeare, I'd be looking out the window at the kids playing ball, and I'd think, Why can't this Shakespeare stuff be more like sports?
Sports?
How do you mean?
Well, think about it. Sports are exciting. They're engaging. Take the histories, for example. All these kings knocking each other off, running up and down the field, the throne passing from one to the next. It's just like football, except they do it with a crown.
Hey, they are kind of similar.
Hey, I got a whistle in here.
All right, line them up.
Let's kick some royal ass.
25, 42, Richard III, Henry IV, part 1, part 2, huh?
And the crown is snapped to Richard II, that well-spoken 14th century monarch. He's fading back to pass, looking for an air downfield, but there's a heavy rush from King John.
My gross flesh sinks downwards.
Crown's in the air, and King Henry VI comes up with it.
Victory is mine!
But he's hit immediately by King John. Oh my God, he's cutting Henry VI into 3 parts. That's gotta hurt.
My soul had elbow room.
King John is in the clear. He's at the 40, the 30, the 20. Oh, he's poisoned on the 10-yard line. Looks like he's out for the game. Taking his place now is number 72, King Lear.
And Goneril, I hand off my kingdom. Cordelia, go home.
There's a penalty flag. Fictional character on the field. Lear is disqualified. And he is not happy about it.
Bastard!
Lining up now is that father-son team. Henry IV and Prince Hal. Center snaps to the quarterback. Quarterback hands off to the hunchback. Looks like Richard III slips and giving him trouble.
A horse, my kingdom for a horse.
And there's a pile-up on the field.
And Henry VIII comes up with it. He's at the 15, the 10. He stops at the 5-yard line to cut his wife's head off.
Who's your daddy?
Touchdown for the Red Rose! You've got to believe this is the beginning of a Tudor dynasty.
Henry V,
Richard III, the whole royal family is freaking absurd.
Go Can I borrow your program for a second? Thanks.
Ben, what are you doing?
I want to check the list of plays. Guys, I think we might have done them all already.
Really?
Yeah, we did all the histories just now.
The comedies were a lump of hilarity.
Okay, now leads to tragedies. Titus Andronicus we did with all the blood.
Yeah, Romeo and Juliet we did.
Julius Caesar, Troilus and Cressida, right?
Yeah.
Othello we wrapped. Macbeth we did with Scottish accents. King Lear was in the football game thing.
Yeah.
What about Antony and Cleopatra?
Oh, yeah, I picked on those guys over there.
Okay, time of Athens I mentioned. Oh, what about Coriolanus?
Let's skip it.
Why? What's wrong with Coriolanus?
I don't like the anus part. I think it's offensive.
Okay, we'll skip the anus play.
All right, well, that's it then. We're done.
Looks like we can let all of you go home a little bit early tonight.
Hey, guys. Look.
Hamlet.
Oh, man.
Wait. Shakespeare didn't write Hamlet.
Sure he did.
Okay, what's it about then?
You know, the young prince wrestling with his conscience after his uncle murders his father.
Dude, that's the Lion King.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, 36 plays down, 1 to go. Perhaps the greatest play ever written. A play of such lofty, philosophical, and poetic ideas.
Scott, look, Hamlet's a really heavy-duty play. I just don't think I'm up for it.
But it's the last one.
No, I know, but that football game took a lot out of me, emotionally and physically. I don't think I could do it justice.
Finn, we don't have to do it justice. We just have to do it.
I don't want to do it.
Look, Finn, the play that we're currently performing is called The Complete Works of William Shakespeare.
Well, fine. We'll just change the name to The Complete Works of William Shakespeare. Except Hamlet.
What's wrong with you?
Finn, I think all of your close personal friends out here would like to see Hamlet.
Yeah?
What do you say?
We'll do Hamlet.
Great.
Awesome. There's a two-man show. If you guys love it so much, I'm gonna sit out here and watch it with my new friends.
Dick,
You can't make me.
come on.
Don't let go of me!
Stay.
All right. Fine.
Good attitude.
Don't touch me!
Okay. Sorry about your program. I don't know. I got trashed. So, sorry. Okay. We start with the guard scene. So we'll need Bernardo and Horatio.
Right.
We'll also need Rosencrantz and Guildenstern.
They've got their own plate. Let's skip them. Hey, where do you think you're going?
I'll kill little Timmy, I'll kill him!
Okay, but I think it's gonna turn them off live theater. Get back there, you Shakespeare weenie! Come on! Finn! Come here!
Scott is usually much faster than Finn. They won't be a second. I know. Why don't I give you a little preview of Hamlet?
Who's there?
Nay, answer me. Stand and unfold yourself. Long live the king. Bernardo. He. Get thee to bed, Horatio. Loses something without the extra people, I guess. Scott! How do you organize a space party? You plan it. How many modern artists does it take to screw in a light bulb? 4. 1 to hold the ladder, 1 to throw light bulbs at the wall and break them, a 3rd to sweep the light bulbs into an intricate design, and then a 4th to screw in the light bulb to light the installation. This is exactly like my dream. Typical actor's anxiety dream. We're doing this play, and it's going great. We're making wonderful time, just getting through all the plays, one after the other, boom, boom, boom. Then I realize none of us has actually read the script or any of Shakespeare's plays. And we're just making it up as we go along. And then Scott and Finn up and disappear. And I'm left alone on stage with a whole nother act to fill. And it's intermission. And the lights go out. And I'm naked. a lineup?
Yep.
I hate that. There's always a lineup. I wish they would just add, like, some extra bathroom. Hey! Who didn't turn their cell phone off? Sorry, it's me. It's Scott. Hi, Scott. Where are you? Do you have Finn with you? Okay, put him on the phone. Damn it, Finn, you're tearing me apart! Oh, I am gonna, when you get back here, I'm sorry. Hi, Finn. How are you? Oh, golly gee, I'm doing just great. Oh, wait. No, I'm not. Because I'm standing in front of 107 of your closest personal friends, and they're looking at me funny. No, I'm not naked. No, you cannot speak to Lillian. Because Lillian wants to have nothing to do with you until you are back on stage performing Hamlet like a little trooper. Yes, that does sound like something Lillian would say. Great. Okay. Put Scott back on the phone. Okay, which bar are you at again? Okay, how quick until you can be back here? No, you don't have time for another round. No, I'm not naked. Okay, well, what am I supposed to do until then? Oh, all right. Oh, and don't give Finn any candy. You know about his blood. He hung up. Okay, 3 minutes. 3 minutes. What can we do in 3 minutes? Oh, hey, Lynn. Lynn, everybody. Lynn's birthday. Yes, the stage for two. Shannon, Thomas, Marianne, can you come out? Big round of applause for the stage. Please, I just need to fill like 3 minutes. Is there anything you guys can do to help me out? Anything at all? Please, just...
Joy, health, love, and peace be all here in this place. By your leave we will sing concerning our King. Our King is well dressed in the silks of the best, in ribbons so rare, no king can compare. We have traveled many miles over hedges and stiles in search of our King. Unto you we bring. We have powder and shot to conquer the lot. We have cannon and ball to conquer them all.
Scott and Finn, everyone.
We're back, and we're ready to do Hamlet. H-E-L-M-E-T. Everybody. H-E-L-M-E-T. H-E-L-M-E-T. What's that spell? Helmet. Yeah, I gotta go get my helmet.
You gave him candy, didn't you?
No, I said if he did Hamlet, I'd take him to Disneyland. So, okay, ladies and gentlemen, 36 plays down, 1 to go. Martin, would you please set the scene for what is probably the greatest play ever written in the English language? Hamlet, Hamlet, the tragedy of the Prince of Denmark. The place, Denmark. Time, a very long time ago. Battlements of Elsinore Castle, round about midnight. 2 guards enter.
Shakespeare. Nay, answer me. Stand and unfold yourself.
Long live the king, eh?
Banano!
He! 'Tis now struck 12. Get thee to bed, Fellatio.
For this relief, much thanks.
King, take off, eh?
Look where it comes!
Mark it, Horatio. It would be spoke to.
What art thou? By heaven I charge thee, speak! 'Tis wrong.
It were about to speak when the sock crew.
It's great we all watch up. By my advice, let us impart what we have seen unto
Hamlet, Prince of Denmark. Eh?
That this too solid flesh would melt, thaw, and resolve itself into a dew. That it should come to this. But 2 months dead, so loving to my mother, frailty, thy name is woman!
Yeah, you.
Married with mine uncle, my father's brother, the funeral baked meats did coldly furnish forth the marriage tables.
My lord.
Horatio! Whitbird! Methinks I see my father, Horatio.
Where, my lord?
In my mind's eye, Horatio.
My lord. I think I saw him yesternight.
Saw who?
The king, your father.
The king, my father. But where was this?
Upon the platform where we watched.
'Tis very strange. I will walk tonight, perchance to walk again. All is not well. Would the night were come! Ooh, the air bites coldly, it is very cold.
My lord!
Angels and ministers of grace defend us! Something is rotten in the state of Denmark.
Mark me.
Speak, I am bound to hear.
So art thou to revenge when thou shalt hear. If ever thou didst thy dear father love, revenge his foul and most unnatural murder.
Murder.
The serpent that did sting thy father's life now wears his crown.
Mine uncle!
Your uncle.
Let not the royal bed of Denmark become a couch for incest.
Incest!
A couch.
And you, Hamlet, remember me.
My lord, this is strange.
Well, there are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy. So, piss off. I hereafter shall think meet to put an antic disposition on. The time is out of joint. Oh, cursed spite, that ere I were born to exit right! Crap!
Neither a borrower nor a lender be. How now, Ophelia? What is the matter?
My lord, as I was sewing in my closet, Lord Hamlet, his doublet all unbraced, no hat upon his head, pale as his shirt, his knees knocking each other, with a look so hideous in purport as if he had been loosed out of hell to speak of horrors, he comes before me.
Mad for thy love?
I know not.
Why, this is the very ecstasy of love. I have found the cause of Hamlet's lunacy. Since brevity is the soul of wit, I will be brief. He is mad.
I am the walrus!
Look upon the poor wretch comes reading.
mercy.
Do you know me, my lord?
Excellent. Well, you are a fishmonger!
What do you read, my lord?
Oh, words. Words. Words!
Though this be madness, yet there is method in it.
Daddy, the players are here, and they want to do a play within a play thingy, and I don't know what that means, so you better come right away.
My lord?
I am but mad north-northwest. When the wind is southerly, I know a hawk from a handsaw. I have no idea what that means. I'll have these players play something like the murder of my father before my uncle. I'll observe his looks. If he do but blanch, I know my course. The play's the thing wherein I'll catch the conscience of the king. I'm gonna do a little. Shut up. Really, shut up. Like, shut up. What part of shut up don't you understand?
What happened to your speech?
They were laughing at me.
They weren't laughing at you. They were laughing adjacent to you.
She was laughing at me.
That's Jennifer. I laughed at her. She's totally crazy.
They laughed at me, just like they laughed at Carla.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a hardcore, heavy-duty emotional speech, and quite frankly, Scott has not been himself lately.
Carla!
Who's this Carla you keep going on about?
You know, I mean, on Coronation Street, there's that really bitchy character named Carla.
She's not bitchy! Hey, she's a complex character, and she's wrestled with all kinds of inner demons, and she's wrestled with addictions, you know, like gambling, maybe a little bit of alcohol, but, you know, and then she tried to kill herself twice. One time, after her miscarriage, and she's being blamed for a fire that she didn't even start that killed people, so that's heavy duty. And you guys, you don't even care.
You watch Corey?
Maybe.
Scott, what about all that stuff you said about killing our TVs and embracing the bar? Is that all he asked?
No.
Scott, you're not really a preeminent Shakespearean scholar, are you? Are you?
I'm not even post-eminent.
But you took that course.
Yeah, I didn't finish it, okay?
I saw your certificate.
Yeah, I made it in Photoshop. There's like a template for it. It's dead easy.
I don't even know who you are.
You know, I thought the world of Shakespeare scholarship would be all hot babes and fast cars, you know? But it's not. No, it's full of quartos and quatrains and ibids, and it's so cold. So very, very cold. But when I'm in Weatherfield, and I'm sitting at the Rover's Return, the smell of that hot pot, Sitting there with all the mates from Northern England, you know, chatting, looking at their screwed up teeth because of bad dental, their terrible halitosis. I just feel, I love my Corey, okay?
Well, hope you're really proud of yourself, Jennifer. Look, folks, I'm sorry. I think we're going to have to skip the to be or not to be speech.
No, you can't skip it. Not to be. It's the most famous speech in all of Shakespeare.
It's overrated.
Overrated?
Think about it. Hamlet's supposed to be killing his uncle, and all of a sudden he's talking about killing himself? Like where did that come from, right? It completely weakens the character.
It makes it more complex. The layers give it meaning.
The layers make it sucky. All these long speeches with big words no one understands. Like what's that really weird one? You know, the one that goes, I have of late, from wherefore I know not, lost all my mirth, forgone all custom of exercise. Indeed, it goes so heavily with my disposition that this goodly frame, the earth, seems to me a sterile prong tree. This most excellent canopy, the air, look you, this brave o'erhanging firmament, this majestic roof fretted with golden fire. Why, it appears no more than a foul and pestilent congregation of vapors. What a piece of work is man! How noble in reason, how infinite in faculty, in form and moving, how express and admirable, in action, how like an angel, in apprehension, how like a god. The beauty of the world, the paragon of animals. And yet to me, what is this quintessence of dust? Man delights not me. Hey, that didn't suck.
That speech is both emotional and intellectual. The two can live side by side.
Yeah, just like Carla and Nick.
Sure.
So when I play Ophelia, I can add some layers?
That would be appreciated. She's not just all screams and vomit, you know. She's got something going on inside that ugly little wig of hers.
Right, I get it. Ophelia's complicated. I bet in the get thee to a nunnery scene, she's thinking things and feeling things, like at the same time.
Exactly. In fact, why don't we do that scene real quick, right now?
Whoa, Eli, you can't rush all those layers. If Ophelia's really that complicated, we need to peel open her brain like an onion.
Ew, no!
No, that's like a great idea. We could do like a Freudian analysis. We could explicate Ophelia's id-ego and super-ego.
Yeah, Floridian analysis. We can divide Ophelia's brain into 3 different parts. Okay, I can play Ophelia. One of you needs to play the id.
Whoa. I'm already playing Polonius and Laertes and the play within a play scene's coming up. I'm overbooked.
Hello, Hamlet.
All right, fine. I'll get one of my new friends to do it. Okay, come on. Come. Don't worry, we'll be gentle.
We're gonna have to
You can't just bring some random lovely lady onto stage to play Ophelia's brain.
Not some random lady. This is one of my very dearest friends. Okay, what's your name?
Go on.
Okay, Do you mind if we call you Martin? It's easier to remember. Okay, so this is a really important scene, Martin. So what's happening here is, what's going on is, Scott, why don't you tell Martin here about all the layers?
Yeah, sure, Martin. Okay, so what's happening is Hamlet is playing out sublimated childhood neuroses, displacing repressed Oedipal desires into sexualized anger towards Ophelia.
Hamlet's being a prick.
Yeah, exactly. So the id represents the raw, animalistic nature of the individual that Finn has effectively encapsulated in Ophelia's trademark scream.
Well, thanks, Scott.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Finn.
This is way over her head.
Look, just give her a chance, okay, Eli? So Hamlet gets all worked up and he tells Ophelia to get out of his life. He says, "Get thee to a nunnery," and in response, Ophelia's id screams.
Yeah, it's really simple, Martin. Okay, so Hamlet says, "Get thee to a nunnery," and Ophelia's id screams. Yeah. Let's give it a try.
Thanks for breaking up the band, Yoko.
Okay, I'll give you your cue. Just let me step into character first here. So I'm gonna find neutral. Get thee to a nunnery!
Scream! I thought that was really good.
It was okay.
No, it sucked.
Okay, look, she's not an actress. Frankly, it shows, but she showed a lot of heart, a lot of courage, a lot of, as Shakespeare would say, chutzpah. And I think to get a better screen, we just need to get everyone involved. You know, create a supportive working environment.
Yes. So we can divide the audience up into Ophelia's ego and super ego.
Fine. Let's just get on with it. Martin, could we get some house lights, please? I'll get the ego.
Excellent. Like someone who looks really scared. Come on.
Okay, so you are playing the part of Ophelia's ego. At this point in the play, her ego is flighty. It's confused.
It's an ego on the run.
Right. So how we're going to have you portray this, Martin, you don't mind if we call you Martin, do you? Okay, how we're going to portray this is we're going to have you run back and forth across the stage in front of Ophelia as fast as you can. Do you think you can give that a try?
We'll give it a shot.
Okay. Yeah. On your mark, get set.
Go, 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 back. Go, 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 go.
First two rows here, you are going to represent Ophelia's unconscious.
It's unconscious.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that explains it. Wake up! We're doing a show! Okay, so you represent the watery depths of Ophelia's soul. You're being tossed by the tides and currents of her emotions. So stick your hands up in the air, okay? And wave them back and forth, kind of undulate, and say, maybe, maybe not, maybe, maybe not. Okay, good, yeah.
But you are wearing pink. So you know what that means. You're going to have to do it all by yourself. So arms up in the air. Okay, and undulate.
Maybe, maybe not, maybe, maybe not.
Yeah, I feel something.
All right.
Okay, so the rest of the audience behind these front two rows, you're going to be Ophelia's super ego. Now, The superego is that jumble of voices in your head that dominate your moral and ethical behavior. It's very, very powerful, very difficult to shake. Some people never shake it in their entire lives.
Right, sort of like Catholicism.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's divide the superego into 3 different parts. So everyone from where I'm indicating over to the left, you're going to be section A. Okay. Everyone to, let's say, right about here, you are section B. And everyone from there over to my right, you are section C. Yeah, you got this. Okay, so section A, you represent the masculine part of Ophelia's soul, the voice of all the men in her life who've been holding her back. Oh, why don't we use Hamlet's line for this? Get thee to a nunnery. Perfect. All right, so we're going to give it a go. Are you ready? Section A, get thee to a nunnery. All right. Not bad. Okay, section B, you represent Ophelia's inner hoe.
Freud would call that the libido.
Whatever. Okay, you're the part of Ophelia that wants to get it on with Hamlet. So you're saying, listen, do something with yourself. For God's sakes, woman, put on some makeup or... No offense.
We could actually use a line, one of Hamlet's lines, talking about makeup. It's paint an inch thick.
Okay, well, let's give it a try. Section B. Paint an inch thick. Whoa, that was weak.
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah, work with us here, people. We want it really loud, really strident, okay? Let's try it again. Section B. Paint an inch thick.
Yes, much less totally pathetic.
All right. Okay, now, section C. You are the most important section of them all. We're going to use you to make Ophelia relevant to a modern audience.
Interesting. So maybe she wants power, but she doesn't want to lose her femininity.
Maybe she wants to be a corporate executive, but she still wants to raise a family.
Exactly. She's saying, look, cut the crap, Hamlet. My biological clock is ticking and I want babies now.
Why don't we have them say that? I want babies now!
Okay, well, let's give it a go. Give it everything you got. Section C, I want babies now!
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I thought that was a fantastic C-section.
We are going to get all of this Floridian stuff going. The ego, the superego.
The unconscious, maybe, maybe not.
The I want babies now.
Right, and your job as an actress is to take all of these voices, blend them deep within your soul. We're going to whip everyone up into a mighty frenzy. Stop everything. All attention goes to you, and you let out with the scream that epitomizes Ophelia's id. Oh, guys, you can't wait.
Okay, everybody take a deep breath. Release.
And remember, Martin, no matter what happens, act natural. Okay, why don't we start with the ego?
Okay,
Ready?
on your mark, get set, go!
Hey, unconscious, arms up. And maybe, maybe not. Maybe, maybe, keep going. Maybe, maybe not.
Section A, get me to a nunnery.
Keep going.
Section B,
Oh, man! Whoa, we really shared something there. Oh, but we digress. Back to the play. Act 3, Scene 2. The pivotal play within a play scene, where Hamlet discovers conclusive evidence that his uncle murdered his father.
pray you, as I pronounced it to you, trippingly on the tongue. Suit the action to the word to the action, and hold as 'twere the mirror up to nature. Will my lord hear this piece of work?
I am the king too, presently.
Now, Hamlet, how does my cousin and my son?
A little more than kin and less than kind.
I have nothing with this answer, Hamlet. These words are not mine.
Have a seat, my lord.
Very well. You, move it. The king wishes to park his royal rum.
My lord, the Royal Theatre of Denmark is proud to present The Murder of Gonzago.
Oh, puppet show! I love them wacky puppets.
My lord, Act 1.
Oh.
I love it.
The lady doth protest too much, methinks. Get it? Get it? He doesn't get it.
My lord, Act 2.
Gesundheit! I'm on fire!
Take the ghost word for £1,000.
My lord, the queen would speak with you in her closet.
When will I come to my mother's closet?
Behind the arras, I'll convey myself to further hear the process.
Now, mother, what's the matter?
Hamlet, thou hast thy father much offended.
Mother, you have my father much offended.
What wilt thou do? Thou wilt not murder me? Help!
Help! Help!
How now, a rat? Dead for a ducat! Dead!
Now, Hamlet, where's Polonius?
At supper.
At supper? Where?
Not where he eats, but where he is eaten.
Lord Laertes, son of Polonius,
Brother to Ophelia.
and a snappy dresser.
Thank you. Oh, vile king, give me my father. I'll be revenged for Polonius's murder. How now? What noise is this? Dear maid, kind sister, sweet Ophelia.
They bore him barefaced in the barn, with the hay naughty, and in his grave ring many a tear. The hay naughty, cha-cha. Oh, farewell, my dark. The man, I wanted my tiny line.
C. Martin, this is acting.
Here's blue for you, and rosemary for remembrance. And I would have brought you violets, but they withered all. Father died, bastard. Oh, feeling a little nauseous.
Hamlet comes back.
Oh, Eli, wait. What's the next scene with Ophelia?
What?
What's the next scene with Ophelia?
There are no more scenes with Ophelia.
Hamlet comes back.
Hey, but I've got layers now. I'm up for it.
That's all Shakespeare wrote.
Hamlet comes back.
Okay, but what happens to her?
She drowns. What would I undertake to show myself my father's son, indeed more than in words? To
Here I go!
To cut his throat in the church.
Aye, and to that end, I'll anoint my blade with an unction so mortal that where it draw blood, no cataplasm can save the thing from this compulsion. I don't know what that means either.
Alas, poor Yorick. I knew him, Horatio. Fellow of most excellent jest, of infinite fancy. He hath borne me on his back 1,000 times, and now, how abhorred it is in my imagination, my gorge rises at it. Here hung those lips I have kissed I know not how oft. Where be your jibes now, huh? Your gambols, your songs, your flashes of merriment that were wont to set the table at a roar? No one now to mock your own grinning. Huh? White chap, father. But soft. Here comes the queen. Couch me a while and mark.
Lay her in the earth, and from her fair and unpolluted flesh may violence spring.
Sweets to the sweet. Farewell.
Hold off the earth a while, till I have caught her once more in mine arms.
Who is he whose grief bears such an emphasis? It is I, Hamlet the Great Dane!
Gentlemen, Hamlet, Laertes!
The devil take thy soul!
I will fight him until my eyelids no longer wag. The cat will mew, the dog will have its day. Come, give us the foils!
Come, one for me.
Careful, boys, those are sharp.
Come, sir.
Come, my lord.
One!
No!
Judgment!
A hit, a very palpable hit.
What are you wearing?
Layers?
Bring off this cut.
Nay, Set it by a while, uncle, father, mother, whatever the hell you are. Oh! Another hit! What say you?
A touch, I do confess. Just get it out. Yeah, just like a band-aid. Just.
On three.
It's 1,
3!
The queen curls is to thy fortune, Hamlet.
Do not drink, madam.
I will, my lord. I pray you pardon me.
'Tis the poison cup. It is too late.
Come for the third, Laertes.
She swoons to see you bleed.
Oh, the cup! I'm poisoned!
Treachery! Villainy! Seek it out!
'Tis here, Hamlet. Here I lie, never to rise again. Oh, it hurts. I can no more. The king's to blame.
What? The point in venom too? Then venom to thy work. Here, thou incestuous, cross-dressing, murderous Dane! Follow my mother. Oh, bugger.
Forgive me, Hamlet. I am justly killed by mine own treachery.
Heaven make thee free of it. I follow thee. You that look pale and do tremble at this chance, that are but mutes or audience to this act. If ever thou didst hold me in thy hearts, absent thee from felicity, well, and in this harsh world, draw thy breath in pain to tell my story. The rest is silence. Minutes.
Hey, we actually finished a few minutes early.
Well, let's do Hamlet again.
We don't have time.
We do if we cut the layers.
Ladies and gentlemen, you shall have an encore!
I feel like I should just make a brief announcement here. I'm sure that you're all really excited. There's lots of props flying around, costumes flying all over the place. It looks like a lot of fun and games, but it's actually very difficult and very dangerous. We are trained professionals, so please
Do not try this at home.
Yeah. Go over to a friend's house and do it.
Oh! That this too solid flesh would melt.
My lord, I think I saw your father yesternight.
Would the night were come!
Fuck me!
Something is rotten in the state of Denmark.
Revenge my murder!
There are more things in heaven and earth, so piss off! To be or not to be,
My lord!
get thee to a nunnery! Speak the speech, trippingly on the tongue.
Give her the play!
I'll take the ghost's word for £1,000. Now, mother, what's the matter?
Help!
How now, rat? Dead for a ducat, dead!
Hamlet, where's Polonius?
At supper. Dead! Sweet Ophelia! Stop, here comes the queen!
Lay her in the earth. Sweets to the street.
Hold on there the while.
Who is he whose grief bears such an emphasis? It is I, Arnold the Cheese Danish!
The devil take thy soul.
Give us the foils!
rest the thee follow I.
Am I?
Slain am I, oh!
Royals the us give Dame the Hamlet I is this.
Earthy unfold! Sweet, that's so sweet! Earthy in her lay!
Queen who comes here, Yorick born, alas! Tonguely on trivially speech to speak. Nunnery up to thee get. Be to not or be to. Off piss Horatio merchant evidence things going on there. Denmark of stately in brought me something.
Yes, and my father your saw, I think I lord my.
Melt wood flesh solid to this that. Oh, you may. Works of William Shakespeare, Abridged. If you enjoyed the show, please tell both of your friends.
If you didn't enjoy the show, then this was High School Musical.
I'm Eli.
I'm Scott.
And I'm Finn.
And we're going